Have you ever thought about how much we trust doctors? We assume they always know best. But what if I told you that for centuries the brightest medical minds were completely wrong about one of the deadliest diseases in history? I'm talking about cholera. Back in the 19th century, cities like London were terrifying places to live. Out of nowhere, cholera would strike, and thousands would be dead within weeks. It was horrific, and no one knew why. The leading theory, the one every respectable doctor believed in, was called the miasma theory. The idea was that diseases were spread by bad air, foul smells coming from garbage, sewers, and decaying matter. It kind of makes sense, right? Smells bad. Must be bad for you. So, the official advice was to avoid smelly areas and, believe it or not, to keep your windows shut tight. But one doctor, a man named John Snow, wasn't convinced. He was a bit of a detective. He noticed that cholera seemed to follow a different pattern. It wasn't just floating in the air. During a massive outbreak in London in 1854, Snow started talking to the victims' families. He mapped out every single case, house by house, street by street, and he discovered something incredible. Almost all the deaths were clustered around one specific public water pump on Broad Street. He realized people weren't breathing in the disease, they were drinking it. The water from that pump was contaminated with sewage. He presented his evidence to the local authorities and famously convinced them to remove the handle from the pump. And just like that, the outbreak in that area stopped. You'd think he'd be hailed as a hero, right? Wrong. The medical establishment completely rejected his idea. They called him eccentric, a quack. Why? Because the miasma theory was so deeply ingrained. For generations, it was considered fact. Admitting Snow was right meant admitting that everything they knew, everything they taught, was wrong. It was a huge blow to their authority and ego. Changing a universally accepted belief is incredibly difficult, especially when it comes from an outsider challenging the experts. It took decades, and the discovery of germs under a microscope by scientists like Louis Pasteur, for the world to finally accept John Snow's waterborne theory. His story is a powerful reminder that science is a process of discovery, and even experts can be wrong. It shows the courage it takes to challenge the status quo with evidence and logic. So, the next time you drink a clean glass of water, you can thank the stubborn detective Dr. John Snow. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more hidden histories of science. See you next time.